It's Wednesday, what a happy day. It's Wednesday, what a happy day. It's Wednesday, what a happy day. What a happy, happy, happy day. Hi, boys and girls. I'm Firefighter Fred. Nice to see all of you today. Today, Miss Kelly is going to read a story called Spark the Firefighter. It's about a dragon who tries out to be a volunteer firefighter because he's actually afraid of fire. But we're going to learn some safety tips about firefighters and fires and how important it is to be a firefighter because they are very important community helpers. Miss Kelly, where are you?
Hey, boys and girls, it's nice to see you. And as Firefighter Fred said, I'm going to read a story to you called Spark the Firefighter. Spark the Firefighter. It's by Stephen Krensky, and the illustrations are by Amanda Haley. The publisher is Scholastic. Spark the Firefighter. The town of Hardscrabble had an opening in their volunteer fire department, so they posted a sign and handed out notices, but nobody answered the call. And then one applicant finally showed up. It was a dragon. "My name is Spark," he said. The chief was not sure this was a good idea. He had never heard of a dragon that wanted to fight fires. Boys and girls, can you think of a reason why it's not very good to have a dragon as a firefighter? "Then I'll be the first," said Spark. What Spark didn't say was that he was actually afraid of fire. Other dragons couldn't wait to blow flames. Not Spark. Fire was so bright, so hot, it had always made him nervous. Without fire, Spark hadn't been able to guard treasure or frighten off unfriendly knights. The other dragons had made fun of him. To be a proper dragon, Spark needed to get over this fear, and for that, he figured he had come to the right place. "We might as well give him a try," the other firefighters whispered. "Nobody else wants the job." The chief agreed. "All right, Spark," he said. "Let's see what you're made of." First, Spark had to do push-ups and sit-ups. Then he crawled through tunnels and carried equipment up and down stairs. It was important to make sure he was in good shape. Spark learned how to carry ladders and control a water hose. He studied books on helping people who were injured or burned. The firefighters also gave demonstrations at schools. "Smoke rises," the chief explained. "Crawl under it to get out. And if your clothing catches on fire, stop, drop, and roll. Never play with fire." Spark's first real test came on a smoky stove. "Never put out a grease fire with water," said the chief. "Use chemicals to smother it." Spark didn't get too close, but he finished the job in the end. His second fire took him into the woods. The trees crackled like fireworks, the flames dancing wildly off the trunks and branches. Spark backed off a little at first. "I can do this," he told himself over and over. And he did. As the weeks passed, other emergencies came up. An electrical fire at the Hardscrabble Inn had Spark clearing out the rooms. Some people wanted to pack their bags first, but a growl from Spark hurried them along. Firefighters use their brains as well as their muscles, the chief liked to say. And believe it or not, sometimes you have to fight fire with fire. Spark wasn't sure what this meant, but when a mill fire threatened to go out of control, he used his brain a lot. He diverted some of the river water just in time. "Good work," said the chief. "Way to go, Spark," said the other firefighters. And then one day, the alarm went off again. The whole crew arrived to find a big barn burning. Horses and cows were trapped inside. "It's too dangerous for us to go in," said the chief, "even in our protective suits." Spark hesitated. He knew it wasn't too dangerous for a dragon. Spark thought about the poor animals with no way to get out. "I have to do something," he said. With a mighty roar, Spark rushed into the barn. The flames licked at his feet, but he didn't care. The horses and cows were huddled in the middle. He could see they were even more afraid than he was. Then Spark took a deep breath. He shot out a burst of dragon flame and blew out one of the walls. "Follow me," Spark shouted, and led the animals to safety. Spark could hardly believe it. This must be what the fire chief meant about fighting fire with fire. From that day on, Spark used his courage and everything he had learned about fire safety to do his job better than ever. But now that his fear was gone, he was eager to try other things. The other firefighters were sorry to see him go. "Good luck, Spark," they said. "Thanks for all your help." Back home, Spark is pretty busy these days. There's treasure to protect and princesses to impress, and he keeps a close watch for knights looking for a fight. But he still returns to hardscrabble sometimes to help out with the new recruits. So boys and girls, if you're thinking of becoming a firefighter, you can see that it is a very important job. That's probably one of the most important community helpers that we have, especially during these times too. This would also be a good time for your moms and dads to check your smoke detectors in the house to see if they're working. And because that's a really good thing to have, and make sure that there is one on every level in your home. Now before we go, boys and girls, we're going to do a little exercise with our stretching out the word to see if you can figure out what the middle letter is. Let's take a look at the first picture. It's a picture of a pig. We start with the letter P, P. The sound I is missing, and then we have a G, which is G. P, I, G. What do you think the missing letter is? If you guessed I, you were correct. Let's do another one. You might see one of these in your mom's or dad's hands in the morning. It's a cup. We start with the letter C, which makes the K sound. The sound is missing. And then we have P. K, P. The letter is missing. What do you think it is? If you guessed the letter U, you were correct. Let's do one more. If you're out and about in the backyard, you might want to use one of these to catch a butterfly. It's a picture of a net. We have the N, but that letter's missing. T, N, T. Which letter makes the sound? If you guessed E, you are correct. The word is net. So boys and girls, we hope you enjoyed today's video, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a great day.